everyone, we have to talk about ZCASH here, guys, because I think ZCASH actually is about to dump pretty soon. We're going to talk about why I think that. But anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor and none of this is financial advice. Now, let's get straight to it. When I say I think ZCASH is going to dump pretty soon, what I really mean is if it doesn't break out right now, then it is going to dump. It's literally going to, like, it cannot sit and stay here. It cannot stay here any longer. We've been trading on this trend line of this symmetrical triangle too long, right? We've been doing it for too long. Now, technically, this should be bullish. We should be breaking out to the upside. We should. And fundamentally, I'm pretty bullish with ZCASH when it comes to the fundamentals. Like, fundamentally, I think this is what the market needs. Something like ZCASH that people can trust, you know, this privacy thing, like people really love it, all right? And I think people have been really joining the ZCASH movement like a cult pretty much, right? It's kind of how it feels. But the reason why I said I think it might dump is because it's just been hanging around here for too long. Now, the symmetrical triangle is bullish because it came in at it from an uptrend, and with the symmetrical triangles, I think they have like a 54% win rate. So it's one of the least reliable patterns you could use. But then we have the bullish expanding triangle here. The bullish expanding triangle is pretty decent, but it's not the best either. So I would definitely say you got to be careful on that front. But right here, I feel like we're about to really dump pretty soon. Now we can go a little bit further on the short-term trends here, but you know the short-term trend isn't really going to show you much, but you know it is what it is. Now if we come over here and look at the 4-hour chart, the 4-hour is showing us something a little bit different. We are a bit oversold here, and it could sell off for a little bit longer. It could stay oversold for a little bit longer, but we'll have to see there. But the short-term trends here is you're not really seeing much, right? Now the selling is slowing down, so that's a good thing. We could see some buying coming in here, so that would definitely be good, and then that would definitely invalidate any type of bearish thought out of anyone's mind, right? But then if we come over here and look at the daily chart, this is the percent R trend exhaustion on the daily chart here. It looks like it's just getting started. I don't know if it's just me or what, but it does look like it is just getting started. So, you know, it could just be me. It could just be me. But anyways, if it does continue downwards here, it could be similar to how it was back here, where you see the, let me go back over here, where you see the short-term trend completely crashing, but the long-term trend kind of stays up there at around those overbought areas. Not necessarily overbought, this is all overbought, but at those highly bought areas, you see the long-term trend stayed there, and then the short-term trend came back up and then it dropped again. So what happened around that time, around June 7th to what, like July, the end of July? So let's go over there and look at that. So if we look at from about June 7th to the end of July, when all of that craziness happened, that would be right around this time, we had a drop in the price. So as you can see here, the price dropped, but then it went right back up. So there's a possibility, like I said before, that we could end up seeing ZCASH drop right in the price. We could see this symmetrical triangle being broken, and I've been talking about $440 for a good little minute now, and I think that is coming soon if we don't break out soon. But remember, we're still overall in a bullish pattern. So even if we break down from here and we come down to the bottom here around $190, $200, I know people are probably laughing like, "Oh, it'll never do that." But still, if we did come down here to like $200 or something, or 190, we would bounce off there and continue our uptrend because we're still inside of a bullish expanding triangle. Now, it's not the most accurate pattern, but it still works. It still works, right? So, yeah, if we don't break out now, we'll come down here, test these lows around $200, and then break out again eventually. Now, let's say that we did lose 500, right, and we drop below 440. We wouldn't just immediately go down to $200. You would have to wait until we hit 338 after it hits 440. Then it'll probably come down here like 338 pretty soon, pretty quickly. So yeah, we'll see. And people might start taking their profits on ZCASH. ZCASH is up a lot right now. That money could easily start to flow into different projects. So that's usually how things go. You know, it's just like a circulation, right? Circulation of money is going to circulate sooner or later into somewhere else. All right. So yeah, don't say I didn't warn you. And hey, if it does pump, y'all can say I told you so. And yeah, I mean, it could. And yeah, when you look over here, it does look like we're about to get some buying pressure coming in. But my only worry is that it's just not enough to have like an actual breakout, because you can see some buying pressure coming in there. You can see it, but I don't know. It's just sitting down here for too long. If it starts to pump, I'll be the first person to make a video saying, "Oh, I'm wrong. It's about to take off." But you know, at this point, it's just looking a little bit bad here. All the highs here are just getting lower and lower and lower. We're getting a bunch of lower highs, and eventually we're gonna end up seeing some type of selling pressure. Maybe this can count as like a descending triangle here. Let me get this straight. All right, that's about as straight as it's gonna look. But yeah, maybe you can say that's a descending triangle right there, which is another bearish pattern. So yeah, that might be what we're actually forming here. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated though. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, I'll be back with another video.